Hello, Watam here, and welcome back to some more Higurashi When They Cry. Let's continue.
おかえりなさい、前原さん。
It just feels weird for you to say welcome home.
どうも。
ご家族はお留守みたいですね。いやはや困っていたんですよ。
He came all the way to my house. I could only thank my good fortune that my parents were absent. Since neither of them was around at this hour, they would probably be back late.
親父の仕事の関係で出かけてるんだと思います。帰りは遅いと思いますよ。
そうですか。それは好都合です。親御さんに変な思いをさせずに済みます。
Oya-san pushed my back, prompting me to walk. It seemed like he wanted me to get into the car. Ah.
警察に連行するんですか?
I wasn't the culprit, but I was the cause of everything. It wouldn't be weird if you wanted to investigate me. That kind of gave me a resigned feeling.
いえ、立ち話もなんですから、車の中でお話しようってだけですよ。さあ、どうぞ。
He opened the back door and urged me inside. If I got in, I wouldn't have a very easy time getting out. If I said no, however, then this man might really handcuff me and take me away. I couldn't refuse. I could only accept in good grace. The inside of the car had been cooled too much by the aircon, and there was a rusty smell coming from the filter, which must have been cleaned only rarely. So that's why I wanted to be in the car. He just wanted to be cool.
ありゃ、冷えすぎます?切りましょうか。
He turned off the engine, and it suddenly became quiet, and the voices of the Higurashi, with all their cool loneliness, snuck inside. Quack, 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 quack. It sounded to me like a chorus of voices, lamenting my exorbitant punishment for having harbored such foolish curiosity. For a few moments, while listening to those voices, I myself lamented the days that had been twisted and distorted since that night. Oya-san, as if waiting for me to voluntarily begin talking, lit a cigarette and listened to the Higurashi. Wait, he lit a cigarette inside the car? Ugh! Yeah, what's wrong with you? The silence became deafening, and I was one who folded first.
捜査の方はどうなってるんですか?
捜査?何のですか?
What do you mean of what?
最近はいっぱいありすぎて、どれのことやら。
全部です。
いいですよ。本当は報道管制の敷かれた秘密捜査なんですが、あなたには特別に聞かせてあげましょう。じゃあ、最初の事件からいきます。
The freak deaths of Tomitake-san and Takano-san on the night of Watanagashi.
こっちはお恥ずかしいかな。さっぱり進展なしです。まずは富武さん。集団で暴行を受けた形跡はあるのですが、自分の喉をかき破るなんて異常な死に方の説明がつかないんです。
Maybe he was attacked by...
何らかの薬物中毒を疑っているんですが、検出はされませんでした。
Okay, so that's the same as the first chapter. So why is the Takano stuff and everything else different? If that's the same.
高野さんはどんな感じなんです?
I get the feeling he was going to die either way.
同じくさっぱりです。焼死死体は検視が非常に困難でして、首を絞められた後にガソリンをかけられたんじゃないかと見ています。管轄がお隣の県警さんでね。あちらさん、自分たちの縄張りの事件だからってあんまり協力的じゃないんですよ。おっと、これは関係ない話ですね。
So the police didn't know anything other than the fact that the victims died inexplicably.
ですが、犯行時間はおおむねお祭りが終わった直後だろうと見ています。 高野さんの方はちょっとあやふやですが、富武さんとほぼ同じ時刻に殺害され、岐阜の山中に遺棄されたと考えるのが妥当でしょうな。
どうしてわざわざ遠くの山まで死体を運んだんでしょう。
Well, why not?
富武さんも同じように遠くへ運べばよかったのに。
Oh. Hmm.
ありゃ、前原さん、あなたなかなかどうして鋭いですね。もちろん私もそこは注目すべき点だと思っていますよ。
What's to say that they even knew where Tomitake-san's body was?
他にもいくつか不審点はありますが、まあ現時点でお話しできるのはこのくらいです。
村長さんの方はどうですか。何か手がかりはありましたか。
Having exhausted that topic, I changed the subject. Otherwise, he might have turned the conversation on me.
失踪された一日の足取りを調べました。手がかりになるようなものは見つかりませんでしたが、一応お話ししましょうか。
The mayor, Kichiro Kimiyoshi. Apparently he was suffering from severe hemorrhoids.
古い生まれの方って非常にプライドが高いんですよね。それで村長さん、誰にも内緒で鹿骨市内にある大学病院の肛門科に通われていたんです。失踪当日、村長さんは診察の予約が取ってあったんで、朝一で出かけられました。
Even I knew that big hospitals, like university hospitals, had a really long waiting time. Apparently people would get in line hours beforehand, even if they had an appointment.
診察が終わったのは午後1時頃です。その後、病院内のレストランで軽食を取られ、雑誌を読みながら時間を潰されました。この辺りのことは自宅にあったお財布の中のレシートで分かってます。
There was nothing suspicious at all about that.
その日は夕方から神社の集会場で会合の予定があったんです。それで余裕を持ってお帰りになるはずだったんですが、途中電車で人身事故がありましてね。どうもそれで足止めを食ってしまったらしく、家に着いたのは会合の時間の直前でした。ご家族が大慌てで神社の集会場に出かけていく村長さんを目撃しています。
会合ってのは何だったんですか。確かその会合の帰り道に失踪してるんですよね。
会合は御三家と町会の主要役員が集まってのものでした。今年も起こってしまった連続開始事件の対応について協議したものと思われます。
So then, on his way home, the old man who had treated Shion like his own daughter. He was a dependable person who would encourage Shion whenever she was felt pressured by anxiety. And yet, Shion's painful voice struck me right in the heart. What? What was the last thing I said?
あれ、
どうなさいました？
I was taken aback by how strange my own voice sounded. What was it that just surprised me? I squeezed my head with my hands to try and drag back out what I had only realized for a split second. Remember, Keiichi, my brother. We just realized something. Something important. For white Watanagashi, but night of Watanagashi. That was when everything started. Yes, that night Sakano-san and Tomitake-san died. The next morning, word of the incident had spread throughout Inamazawa. We planned to talk about it during the evening meeting. The mayor, however, had an appointment at the hospital, and as planned, he went there without telling his family. He got a checkup at the hospital, ate something, and then there was an unexpected delay on his train ride back. But was it unexpected? Oh, maybe it was. When you returned, the meeting was already about to start. The mayor changed clothes, got on his bicycle, and hurried to the assembly hall at the shrine as fast as he could. When he heard about the incident on night of Watanagashi until he showed up at the assembly hall. Everything he was doing that day was done in secret. During that time, nobody found out that he went to the hospital alone. He ate alone. And he got on the train alone. I don't get it. That all meant that he had absolutely no contact with anyone else. You couldn't have even called him on the phone. Okay, but what does that mean, Keiichi Maibara? Why does that matter, Keiichi Maibara? Ah.
Kei-chan,
どうした話せよ。俺たちの間で隠し事はなしだろ。
Why does that suddenly give me the feeling that she is keeping a secret from him?
私、君吉のおじいちゃんに打ち明けたんです。
I told him everything. I told old man Kimiyoshi everything.
村長さんに私、あの晩最後でに忍び込んだこと打ち明けたんです。誰かにそれを見られてて、私たちを狙っている人がいるって。
ああ。
Also that someone saw us and got to get us. Wait, which night? That night. I was thinking of Watanagashi, but if she knows that someone saw them and was out to get them, that means it had to have been after the deaths. True. Wait, but then he wasn't there. Yeah, she supposedly told him in response to, after the deaths, which is the second day, and he was away all the second day, but, maybe she was at the hospital? And she said that night. So potentially she was the last person to see him?
それで
Right. What then?
君吉のおじいちゃん、怒らなかった。そして、にっこり笑って、しおちゃんがちゃんと反省してるなら、鬼隠しになんかなるものかって、本当に笑いながら、任せすすい。
Sweat burst out of my body like bullets. They became one long strand and slid down from my forehead to my nose, and fell. So then, what does it mean? Hey, Keiichi, my brother, no more playing dumb. When did she tell him? Yeah. Shion said she'd learned of the incident from a phone call her father had made that morning. The mayor had left the house the first thing in the morning for his appointment at the hospital, and yeah, they wouldn't have had mobile phones, it's all landline. So how did she call him? No, she said she met up in person, otherwise how could she have seen him smile? So she had to have been in Himizawa, right? He didn't tell anybody where he was going. Nobody knew about him going to the university hospital. Furthermore, his train ride back to his house was delayed by an accident. As soon as he got home, he rushed out to the assembly hall. Then the meeting at the assembly hall began, and continued until it was dark out. Then everyone left. Nobody saw him after the meeting was over. He just disappeared. Which meant, are you really that dumb?
前原さん、
Yeah?
大丈夫ですか？やっぱり暑いんならクーラー入れますよ。
Another part of me was messing with my thoughts, demanding that I didn't think any further than that. My head was pounding violently, and the fluids packed inside it, all blended together until nothing made sense. It was just about to settle, yet it had been smashed and melted in the blink of an eye, no longer able to retain its shape.
前原さん、もしもし。
はい。
Oi-san lit yet another cigarette. It's those cigarettes. There's something in them. It was yet another cigarette, but placed in the ashtray. Was it displaying the passage of time? Had my thoughts been frozen over for that long?
私、知ってる限りのことを話したつもりです。お返しに、今度は前原さんの話を聞かせてもらってもいいですよね。
My mind had become a gigantic oozing mess. My brain felt like it had been totally minced by the blades of a blender, and I couldn't think.
ほらほら、また黙り込む。もし誤解があるようなら先に解いておきたいんですがね。私は別にあなたが犯人だなんて思っちゃいないんです。
He's a tsundere, or a sun culprit, I don't know. Oi-san gave his best attempt at an adult smile.
あの晩、あなたたち4人が西宮殿に忍び込んだことは知っています。次の日にはもう村の知る人は誰でも知る噂になってましたからね。それ自体は不法侵入として問われるべきことですが、問題はそれじゃない。そこで何があったかなんです。忍び込んだ人間が次々と犠牲になるような何があったのか。
何もなかったです。
As soon as I said it, I regretted confirming my presence there, but I knew it didn't matter
本
anymore.
当に何もなかったんですか？だって現にこうして中に入った人たちが次々と犠牲になってるんですよ。しかも扉の鍵を付け替えた村長やリカさんまで犠牲に。それだけの事態を引き起こす何があの中にあったんです？
Ancient tools. I was far too tired of keeping quiet about this. Perhaps that was Oi-san's goal all along, but again, that didn't matter anymore.
大昔に使った拷問道具がたくさんしまってありました。それを高野さんたちと見て回りました。
本当にそれだけ？
本当にそれ。
口封じをされるようなとんでもないものが隠してあったんじゃないですか？
Terrible torture devices.
例えば覚醒剤の山とか消しの秘密工場があったとか、あるいはソ連か中国あたりの拳銃が山ほど積まれていたと。
He's just gonna be like, what? No, it's far more terrifying than that.
不審な木箱やコンテナが山積みされてませんでしたか？
There was nothing as exaggerated as what Oi-san was hoping for, but I felt like in a way there were plenty of terrible things hidden in there. From a perspective of someone who viewed the storehouse as sacred, whether or not I thought I had seen some crazy things didn't matter in the slightest. The four of us break the taboo, punish us. That should have been what happened.
あの西宮殿に何か秘密があるんじゃないかと思って捜査令状を請求したんですがね。
Maybe some people in cages?
もう空前絶後の妨害工作がありまして、信仰の対象に対する侮辱であり、憲法で定めた信仰の自由をなんたらかんたら。いやもうだから実際に入ったあなたに聞くほかなかったんですよ。
本当に古い錆びて埃をかぶった拷問道具しかなかったです。他に目立つものなんて何もなかったです。
では富武さんたちが殺されたのは禁忌を破ったからという制裁だけなんですかね。
I didn't have an answer for the only part.
もういちいち隠しませんけどね。あなただけが今日まで被害を免れてるんです。
What?
あなた以外は全員が消えたのに、あなただけが無事なんです。
You said the four. I know the four of you snuck into it. So he knows what Shion did. So how... Something has happened to Shion?
あなたが無事で、あなた以外が被害に遭う。 どんな違いがあったのか、それが知りたいんです。
There's something wrong with what Oi-san was saying. You alone? You alone. What?
ちょっと待ってください。あなただけがってどういう意味ですか？
ですから、あなただけが最後の生き残りなんじゃないですか。西宮殿に忍び込んだこそ泥4人組の
The only one left alive? Hold on. Shion was still...
あの晩に富武二郎さんと高野美代さんが死に、翌日園崎紫音さんが失踪しました。
Oh. What? But some of the phone calls from Mion? I'm just confused.
あなただけが無事に今日までを過ごしてるんです。なぜあなただけなのか。私はそれが知りたいと言ってるんです。
シオンが失踪したって？そんなバカな。
I intentionally raised my voice, but I didn't care about that. Tomitake-san died, Takano-san died, and Shion disappeared? When did she disappear? What is this guy talking about?
ありゃ、とっくにご存知だったとばかり。
そんなのは初めて聞いた。シオンが失踪した？いつ？
遡ると綿流しの次の日に失踪していたことになります。
Going back a bit? Stop saying stuff I don't understand.
園崎紫音さんはその日の気分で親類の家を泊まり歩いたりしますので、所在不明が当たり前なんですよ。学校も気分一つでよく休みますしね。先生も困り果ててました。
そんなことは聞いてない。シオンはいつ失踪したかって聞いてるんだ。
ですから綿流しの次の日です。
So 2 people have disappeared every day. The fluids in my body all reversed direction. I lost my sense of balance, and everything I could see started to warp and twist out of shape. I simply couldn't endure it. Hang on. Shion had already disappeared? Then, that night, that phone call, who was that? She called me every night. She encouraged me. We vowed that we'd do our best to live on and not be erased. Yes, that should have been a phone call with Shion. Should have been a phone call with Shion. Should have been a phone call with Shion.
学校は平気で休むし、それを自宅に知らせても取り合ってもらえないから、学校もいちいち電話しない。そんなこんなで、彼女が失踪したことに気づくのに、だいぶ時間がかかったんですよ。
I felt a stabbing pain like needles were being pushed into every pore of my body. It started on my back and began spreading throughout the rest of me. When it had completely covered the surface of my skin, it began to worm its way inside my stomach as well.
ほら、覚えてませんか。綿流しの次の日に、私たち図書館でお会いしたでしょう。あの時、シオンさんもいましたよね。
But wait, she said things that... She talked about... that... Was that still Shion? Was that Mion? If it was Mion, how did she know? Did she
あ
follow
れが
them?
最後の目撃なんです。あの後、彼女の所在は確認されてないんです。
そんなバカな。そんなバカな。
That day, Ori-san had only caught me and Shion bounding away, lying that she needed to go to work. Didn't she call me that night?
エンジェルゴートっていうファミレスのバイトですよね。あの日から無断欠勤です。今日に至るまで全てを無断欠勤してるんです。 お店の人も連絡を取ろうにも取れず困りきってましたよ。
そんなバカな、そんなバカな。
状況証拠だけですがね、図書館でお別れしてからバイト先に向かうまでこの間に失踪したと考えるのが妥当でしょうね。
Right after Shion ran away without me?
ご存知なかったみたいですね。なら先に話せばもっと話が早かったかな。もうこれでご理解いただけたでしょう。
Mentioned that she called you.
あとはあなただけなんです。あなただけが西宮殿に忍び込んだ4人の生き残りなんです。
It couldn't be. It just couldn't be.
次に何か起こるとすればそれはあなたなんです。
So wait, if I was Mion, then Mion would know about the outburst he had about it all being Shion's fault. So maybe that's why he's still alive? Then rivalry.
前原さん、どうかご理解を。
Maybe she already knew that he'd talked to Rika. It can't be. It can't be. It can't be. Shion had already disappeared? That couldn't be. It couldn't be. I talked to her the day before yesterday. I talked to her last night. She was going to call me again today. That was Shion on the phone. Shion on the phone. It was from Shion. From Shion.
シオンさんはとっくに失踪してるんです。次はあなたなんですよ。
Then, who was on the phone those past nights? Who was on the phone those past nights? He was on the phone those past nights.
そんなバカな。
Huh. Maybe when the maybe try to work with Renna and tell her to call me on during the call with quote unquote Shion. I lay down on the couch and stayed there dazed for a while. My mind was completely blank. I couldn't think about anything for more than a few seconds. There was a note in my house saying that Mum and Dad would be home late and that I should have some ramen or something for dinner. I could make it whenever I got hungry, but I had no appetite, so I just stared blankly at the ceiling without eating anything. The hands of the clock were already pointing at 10. Would I get another phone call like that today? Even though Shion had already disappeared? Would she still call me? Where were they calling from, and who were they? The more I thought about it, the more I started to tremble. I even thought about just disconnecting the phone line. Don't do that. You need information. If I'd been thinking a little less logically, I really would have done it too. Hold on, Keiichi Maibara. Oi-san admitted it himself, didn't he? That Shion went missing a lot? Couldn't she have just gone to relatives that Oi-san didn't know about and have been there ever since? She said she heard it from her father. So, Shion and I were both being targeted by somebody. So it wouldn't be strange to think she went somewhere she usually didn't in order to hide. That must have been why Oi-san couldn't locate her, and why we labelled her a disappearance. Why he labelled her. Yeah, that had to be it. Shion hadn't disappeared at all. Then, my right hand moved of its own volition and slapped me on the cheek. Its cold sting let me calm down a little.
都合よく考えすぎるなよ、前原圭一。
I knew I didn't want to admit she had disappeared. Admitting it would mean that something terrifying was definitely happening. I just needed to figure out whether Shion was the one on the phone or not. Would I ask her if she was actually Shion? That would give it away. That seemed like an incredibly absurd thing to do.
でも逃げるな、圭一。
If the person on the other end still believed that I thought she was Shion, then that gave me a tiny advantage. Casually, completely casually, I would listen to what she had to say and fend her off. I would tear the skin off a monster. It would definitely be really scary for me. However, as the last survivor of the people who went into the storehouse that night, this was my duty to perform. Still, then who? Who would call me and pretend to be Shion? I may have only heard her over the phone, but her voice shouldn't be that easy to replicate. That was definitely Shion's voice. It sounded just like her. It could have only been Shion. Yes. There was someone though, wasn't there? Someone who sounded just like Shion. Neon. Who else could have done this? At this point, seriously, after all this time? All those little things that didn't quite make sense about Neon until now overwhelmed my mind. Like being questioned about sneaking into the ritual storehouse and how she shook the ladder while spouting curses. But they weren't targeted at you, they were targeted at, like, Satoko. Who else could have? Why though? Why would Neon? I thought back to the things about the Sonozaki family that I had heard from Moi-san and Shion. Mion was always entangled in the incidents, in a position where she was omnipotent. That was told to you though by quote-unquote Shion, who were thinking is Mion. But it wouldn't make sense for Mion to say that, would it? Some of that information included things that, quote-unquote Shion had told me after she disappeared. I madly scratched my head. Courage, give me the courage. Just a little bit of courage to pick up the phone. I know it will ring tonight. It'd be so easy to run away and disappear. That, though, would be the same as making it easy for them to erase me. I cannot run. I must stand up and face it. After all, the next sacrifice would definitely be me. I was sure, quote-unquote Shion would use tricky words to try and trap me. Be careful, be careful. I'm scared. I don't want to do this, 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 I don't want to do this. Did I get the number right? There it is! And I think I'll leave it there. If you enjoyed, let me know any feedback you have in the comments. Until next time, see ya.